So you likely already heard the news that FTX has collapsed, kaputs, it's donezo. Now I already covered that on YouTube, but today I wanted to do something different. There's a YouTuber named Coffeezilla, and he called out a bunch of financial influencers on YouTube, saying that they were basically a bunch of fools and don't have any credibility because they were sponsored by FTX and pitched FTX. And now, since FTX is blowing up, therefore these people don't know what they're talking about. Now listen, a lot of these people, I think they suck, generally. But this is not fair whatsoever. Because if you're saying that they're fools and they don't know what they're doing, then you're also saying that BlackRock doesn't know what it's doing. The CEO of Coinbase doesn't know what he's doing. Kevin O'Leary doesn't know what he's doing. There was a lot of people who were taken off guard by a scam. To call all these people and say that they don't know what they're talking about is just absurd, ridiculous nonsense. And I was reading through the comments on this video, which has almost 1 million views, and there's this total mob, like, you gotta get them mentality. And I watched the video and he made it seem like these people didn't do any due diligence because they saw the check for being a promoter and they just ignored all of it. But even if you do your due diligence, you're not gonna catch something like this. It's not a reasonable expectation. Neither is it a reasonable expectation for these people to be right all the time, for anyone, regardless of how good they are. No one is right all the time. It is insane to even think that. People were even asking me if I thought this could happen to other brokerages. I don't know. There's no way to spot that. That could happen, which is why I often tell people, hey, use multiple brokerages, not just in crypto, but even in stocks. You know, if you have a Robinhood account, you might want to also have a Webull or a TD Ameritrade or an Interactive Brokers. Remember, this is just educational, it's not financial advice, but to come after these people and say that they're fools, it's silly. It's like, there's so many things that I could go after them for that would actually make sense. But like most of the critics out there, Coffeezilla doesn't actually understand trading and investing to any level that would give him any credibility to make any actual in-depth criticisms. So instead, he tries to hold this false upper ground of moral superiority, even though it's kind of non-existent. You're basically bullying a bunch of people who lost money because a lot of people pitching FTX were also invested in it. And some of those people were even professionals. I use that in quotations because a lot of people, you know, if you're licensed, doesn't mean that you have any credible knowledge. I talk to people who are licensed all the time and they don't know squat. They suck. Even some hedge fund managers, like, they're terrible. And then there's some people online who are pretty good, like really good, you know? Then there's also some who are definitely not, but at least I can make actual criticisms about their depth of knowledge or about their particular strategy or narrative, rather than just generally saying, you can't trust anyone, everyone sucks, and just buy and hold like Warren Buffett, even though that's not actually what he does. Bleh.